There are cars that perform, there are cars that look good, and then there's the 2025 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, a sedan that blends raw performance, undeniable style, and a soul-stirring driving experience in a way that few modern vehicles dare to do. This isn't just a car for going from point A to point B. This is a machine built to make your heart race and your hands sweat. One that turns every straight road into a sprint and every curve into an invitation. From the first glance, the Giulia Quadrifoglio commands your attention. It's not flashy in the traditional sense, but it radiates a kind of quiet confidence, the kind you don't need to shout about, because you know exactly what you're capable of. Its signature V-shaped grille stands proudly in the center, flanked by new Ford 2025 Matrix LED headlights that sharpen the car's already aggressive front profile. The front bumper has been subtly revised with an updated mesh pattern that helps improve airflow and adds a cleaner, meaner look. Step around to the sides, and you'll notice the sculpted body lines that ripple with tension. Like a sprinter poised on the starting blocks, the flared fenders, the carbon fiber hood and roof. The newly designed 20-inch wheels. Every inch of this car screams performance. And let's talk about that performance. At the heart of the 2025 Giulia Quadrifoglio is a 2.9-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine derived from Ferrari and tuned with the kind of precision you'd expect from Italy's finest engineers. It makes 505 horsepower and 443 pound-feet of torque. Those numbers aren't just impressive on paper, they translate into pure adrenaline on the road. 0 to 60 happens in just 3.8 seconds, and the top speed pushes up toward 191 miles per hour. But stats alone don't do this engine justice. You have to hear it. The way it snarls at startup, growls as you roll into the throttle, and absolutely howls when you floor it. It's an experience that no EV or muted turbo 4 can replicate. It's not just sound, it's music, Italian music. The power is delivered through a slick-shifting 8-speed automatic transmission that's been reprogrammed for 2025 to respond even faster, especially in race mode. Downshifts are razor sharp, and the car never feels like it's guessing. It always knows what you want. The steering, too, is worth raving about. It's incredibly precise, with a directness that feels almost telepathic. You point, it goes. No slop, no hesitation. It's light, but never vague, giving you just the right amount of road feel to keep you engaged without punishing your hands. The suspension, tuned to perfection, keeps the car planted through corners, yet never feels overly harsh. It strikes a delicate balance between track-ready aggression and daily comfort, which is something not many sports sedans manage to pull off. Rear-wheel drive is standard, as it should be in a purist performance car. The chassis is balanced to a near-perfect 50/50ths weight distribution, and you feel it in every turn. The car rotates naturally, dances through corners, and offers just the right hint of oversteer when you're pushing hard enough to keep things thrilling, but not terrifying. And if you want maximum stopping power, there's an option for carbon ceramic brakes that will bring this beast to a halt with brutal confidence. Once you experience them, you won't want to go back. Slide into the cabin, and it's immediately clear that this isn't your typical luxury car interior. It's more cockpit than lounge. The seating position is low, the steering wheel thick and wrapped in leather. The paddle shifters mounted on the column like proper race gear. Materials are top-notch leather, Alcantara, carbon fiber, no cheap plastics, no fake chrome. Everything feels solid, purposeful, and crafted with intent. For 2025, Alfa has refreshed the infotainment system and digital gauge cluster, bringing the tech up to speed with rivals. The new 12.3-inch digital instrument panel is fully customizable, responsive, and a pleasure to use. The center touchscreen, now smoother and more intuitive, supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and finally feels modern. There's also a wireless charging pad, a 14-speaker Harman Kardon sound system that fills the cabin with deep, rich audio, and all the modern conveniences you expect at this price point. But the best entertainment system remains the one under the hood. Because, let's be honest, no song sounds better than the scream of a twin-turbo V6 at full throttle. Safety tech is fully loaded too. Alfa's Level 2 driver assist system includes adaptive cruise control, lane centering, traffic jam assist, blind spot detection, forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, the works. All these systems work smoothly in the background without ever feeling intrusive. They're there when you need them and silent when you don't. That's how it should be. One of the underrated aspects of the Giulia Quadrifoglio is just how livable it is. This isn't a weekend toy that's miserable Monday through Friday. It has a usable trunk, the rear seats are tight but still functional for short trips. The ride, while firm, is never punishing. It handles potholes and rough patches better than you'd expect from a car this focused. Daily driving this machine is not only possible, it's addictively enjoyable. Every commute becomes a joyride. Every errand becomes an excuse, and that's where the Giulia Quadrifoglio shines most. It's not just about raw numbers or spec sheets, it's about feeling. It's about the grin that spreads across your face when you take a corner just a little too fast. It's about the rush you get every time you push the start button and hear that engine clear its throat. It's about knowing that in a world full of sterile, safe, predictable machines, you chose passion, you chose emotion, you chose something rare. Of course, no car is perfect. The Alfa still has its quirks. The infotainment, while improved, isn't quite as slick as what you'll find in a BMW or Mercedes. The rear seats are tight for adults, and long-term reliability is a question mark, as it always is with passionate Italian machinery. But these aren't deal breakers. These are the trade-offs you make for a car that stirs the soul. And when you're carving up a back road or merging onto a highway with the throttle pin, none of those minor flaws will matter. The price for this Italian masterpiece? Just over $83,000 to start, and a bit more if you option it out with the carbon brakes and extra goodies. Compared to the German rivals, the BMW M3 competition, the Mercedes-AMG C63, the Audi RS5, the Giulia holds its own and then some. It may not outsell them, it may not have the biggest touchscreen or the most logos, but it has something they don't: character, charm, drama. It's alive in a way few modern cars are. It reminds you why you fell in love with driving in the first place. The 2025 Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio isn't just the best Giulia yet, it's one of the most compelling sports sedans you can buy, period. It doesn't try to be everything to everyone. It doesn't need to. It knows what it is: a high-performance Italian sedan with Ferrari roots, rear-wheel drive purity, and the kind of personality that turns every drive into a memory. In the coming years, performance sedans like this may fade. Hybrids and EVs will take over, and the sound of internal combustion might become a rarity. But right now, in this moment, the Giulia Quadrifoglio stands proudly defiant, a reminder that performance can still be emotional, that luxury can still be thrilling, that sedans aren't dead. Not when they're built with this much heart. This is more than a car. This is a celebration of speed, of style, of engineering, and of Italy's rich automotive heritage. The 2025 Giulia isn't for the masses. It's for the dreamers, the drivers, and the ones who refuse to settle. It's for you.